All right, hey guys, it's Melissa here. So I am finishing up some business work I had to do. I was feeling kind of under the weather yesterday and a little bit this morning. So I have done a lot of research to help other women um, know how do I say this? Know the system, know how to work the system, know how to get the help that they need. One of the ladies I helped with the research project said, "This is great." She's like, "You are amazing." I mean, I sent her hundreds of resources that will just help women when they have a need, when they're in a crisis. They can just call and they don't have to do all the legwork that I have done throughout years and years of seeing what resources are out there and what resources help families. So this, I'm not done. I still have a lot more to send this woman. And so I'm working across the lines, and I haven't even started with another state, really. I haven't even begun there, and that's not to mention all the other states. So I will be doing this to help them out, and I have a deadline to get done this state by next week, and then I will move into the other states and really see what's out there for women. Because one of the biggest arguments is, oh, you like to, you pro-lifers like to say you should keep your baby, but what do you do about it? What do you do to help? And there are thousands of resources out there for women. So as I'm doing this, something came through yesterday where we have 4 months free that we were given for rent here. So this is another program that we had been working on and didn't think it was going to come through, and it did. So we have that coming through. I just called another resource this morning, and there's some resources to help women get a free phone and help them with low income with their phone bills. I actually called I did not bring my birth certificate with me, and my car is broken down, so I have a lot going on. So I have a place that's going to help me with car repairs, a second place. So between the two, my car should be getting on the road again. I've asked for help with car payments, and I've even asked for help with my birth certificate fund, $15 to save me to get that here. And also to get my license done, that's $30. So I asked for help with that. And then what else did I ask for help with? I'm trying to think. There was another thing. Oh, yeah. So next week I have a food pantry that actually delivers canned food, and they're coming here next week to take care of that for us. So actually, years ago, I used to hear, oh, these women, they have kids with different fathers, so they can be on food stamps and get cash from the state and stuff. But if you are truly pro-life, you do want to support these programs. I know the government picks on people who get food stamps, but the truth is, it's not that big of a debt compared to what the government usually spends. So when you're giving poor people and you're giving them some help with food stamps, and from what I've always seen, it's you can't buy alcohol, you can't trade your food, any of that. That is a lot of times for hard-working families. That's not just always for those who are sitting around doing nothing. So it's really how you use those programs. And I just kind of feel like a lot of people do use the system in a wrong way for alcohol or something. But when you're using the system correctly and you're getting all the help you can get as a mother, it frees you up to do the stuff you need to do. And, it's only for a short time that you are going to have this cost. So getting the help that you can get with everything until they're adults is very smart, because then you are saving yourself a lot of work. And then as you go into the workforce or work part-time, you can start thinking about putting that money away that you do work for. And it kind of gives you a head start where a lot of families who don't have kids, they work and work and work, and they have quite a big of a savings. And so this gives you a head start to say, okay, I laid down my life, I had my kids, I took care of them, nobody pays me for that. Nobody has paid me to do everything that I have to do. So when you have all the resources, it's getting paid to do a good job with your family. So that's how I see it. I quit my job so that I could have Medicaid. I had stopped working once I was done hairdressing school, and I just wanted to stay home with my kid because I thought the benefits were much better. And then I'm like, oh my goodness, it makes more sense. And this was like my first awakening really to money, to say I'm better off to stay home and take the Medicaid, where that hospital bill, who knows what it would have cost. I wouldn't have to worry about that. So I did have placenta previa. I did have a challenging birth where I had Pitocin. I wanted the works because I didn't want pain. I was hooked up to a machine to help me to know when to push, just because the epidural in my back had numbed me, so I couldn't really feel like when to push. And this was something that I didn't even need. If I had gone back like with my home births to see, you can do this naturally, I wouldn't even have needed that. But because it was my first son and I didn't know, like my first birth, I didn't know like what to expect. I just knew I did not want any pain, and whatever it took is what I wanted to get through that. So what I'm trying to say is take all the resources while your kids are growing up, so that you can get that head start and not feel like you can't afford to have kids. Especially nowadays, there's more help than ever. And, if we say we're pro-life, we should be supporting these programs, because they're very little compared to big government. They actually help people, families, to do a better job. And we want strong families. That's what we want. We want families that are extremely strong. And the more stronger you are, the more your personal finances are in order, the stronger the country is. So take the help. And it's not saying that you don't do anything, because you still have a lot to do. You have cooking, cleaning, watching your kids very well, training them, bringing them to church, bringing them up well. You still have a huge job to do. So there's nothing wrong with taking that help. And as a matter of fact, I wish I had taken more. But I was pretty independent and kind of prideful, in the sense of feeling like, well, maybe I shouldn't take this. Maybe it's wrong. Maybe I should just do it myself. And I wish I had taken more help, because that would have gotten me even further in life. But it's fine. I've had a tremendous amount of help, and I really don't have any regrets, because those times I didn't take the help and I was willing to go without, I also had to learn how to budget carefully. I had to learn how to budget pennies. So now I'm not as, as you see in my videos, I've gone out to eat. I've enjoyed some stuff I could not have in my younger years of mothering, just because there was no money. So I've enjoyed a lot of stuff, and now as I've taken all the help, I will probably be back to getting on my feet with work and saving up. And this will be the big investment for me. This will be the work and the investing, and really getting my retirement ready. So yeah, that's what I got for today, and thanks for joining me, guys.